Did you know that there's concept art of the Sorcerer and Monk class for Dark and Darker already? I found these on the Dark and Darker website, and these two dudes on the left and the right caught my attention. I have no idea how long it's been there, and I haven't seen anyone else talk about it, but if you're like me, you're fiending for any and all Sorcerer news after the delay, so I figured I'd draw some attention to it. There's actually two versions of the same image on the website right now. This first one has color, but the edges are cut off. This second one has no color, but it seems like the image is complete. Luckily, the two images overlay pretty nicely out of the box, so we can see the whole picture mostly in color. But how do you know this is Sorcerer and not Wizard? First, they have no catalyst, a staff, orb, book, wand, etc. in either hand. And while other magic users like Wizard, Cleric, and Druid need a catalyst to cast spells, SDF has already said that Sorcerer will be using some barehanded system. I wonder if in an attempt to separate the class more from Wizard and the other magic users, that Sorcerer will use a modern mana pool system, or if we'll be sitting on the floor even more. Second, I don't recognize the rune in the right hand. I suppose this manifested rune could be a catalyst, but that hasn't been mentioned by SDF, so I would lean towards a spell or a casting animation. The orangish color of the rune also matches nicely with the fire effect in the other hand, so maybe that rune has something to do with fire, and we'll see more runes for other elements. Third and lastly, the Sorcerer has a brown beard and looks younger when compared to the other concept art pieces that include the Wizard with a gray beard. So this depiction seems to match pretty well with what we know about Sorcerer so far. And how do we know this is Monk? I mean, come on. They have white, windy, glowing fists, they're beefy, and they're bald. It seems pretty monkish to me. I can't wait to see how busted this class is at release. I have no idea how they intend to balance the empty-handed movement speed with the main damage dealers being their fists. There's already plenty of videos of other classes like Barbarian running people down with their fists or a torch without that even being their class identity. Maybe some innate movement speed penalty like with what Rogue currently has with double jump. Anyways, here I've tried to line up the images the best that I can based on the Sorcerer's rune, but you'll notice that the Monk is still slightly off, so the middle image has been contorted more than I could be bothered to figure out. Feel free to pause here and have a closer look for yourself. The overall image is, I think, depicting an arena match. The other thing that stood out to me about this concept art is the bluish tunic the Ranger is wearing, and that Robin Hood-esque hat, which is called a bicocked hat, so possibly some future Ranger gear to look forward to. Anyways, don't take anything you see in this image too seriously, or anything I say. Concept art is exactly what it says on the tin, just a concept. But again, and I think many of you have been jonesing for Sorcerer news, so I figured I'd point out this concept art at least. After finding this image on the website, I also looked around a bit more, but I didn't find anything else interesting, even after poking around in web tools. But let me know what you think and if I missed anything. The links for the Dark and Darker website and the images directly are in the description below if you want to have a look for yourself. Thanks for watching.